And we're back to learn Adobe Illustrator in a year, day 6. Let me show you how you can create rectangles of a specific size. So in the last video I've shown you the rectangle tool and its basics. Just activate it, M is the shortkey, then left click drag on your canvas, and you can adjust the color right here via the stroke and fill swatches. Right next to it is the stroke size. Delete them all. I've also shown you that the last tile is inherited. So whatever you set as colors, this will be the color of your newest rectangle. But what I haven't shown you is you can also left click on your canvas and this opens this rectangle menu. Very simple, just a width and a height and a link icon, and you can set specific sizes. So 250 times 500 for example, or 500 times 250, and this will generate these rectangles of a specific size. You can also find the same up here in the top menu once an element is selected. So in our case this left rectangle, to create a new one we can see its specific sizes and we can change that directly at the top. Be aware that here is the link icon yet again, and by default this should be active, and it simply means that it's going to keep the aspect ratio. So when you set one, for example the height, to a different value, this is going to affect the width automatically to keep the aspect ratio, so the relation between width and height. You don't want to have that, uncheck it, and then you can set height and width without affecting the other one. And there's also something where you don't have to have the rectangle to active. So if I switch to the selection tool, I click on these rectangles, we still have their properties at the top and we can still adjust it right here. But it's a general thing and it's not dependent on the tool that's active. Let us use this to create another flag design. So I'll delete these rectangles right here. Then I create our first element. We go to the top properties. The link icon is unchecked, so it's deactivated. I'll make it a 200 in width and 500 in height. Now I activate the selection tool and let me switch the colors. We don't want to have a stroke. On the fill, I directly set it to this green right here. Then I hold Alt and I can drag copies out of there. I've already shown you that short key. We want to create 2 copies and the smart guides help us in repositioning them. Center one I want to make white. It's already the Nigeria flag, and the right one we want to make orange, and then we have the Ireland flag. One more thing to add, if we select it all, you can still see width and height, 200 times 500, but this is the individual height of an element, so not all 3 elements combined. The height obviously is still 500, but we now have 3 elements, therefore we should have 600 in width. But this is not shown here, and even if I resize it, the values up here now indicate a single element. Let me size that down to 200 times 500, and you can see we now have a gap between the middle element, the white one, and the other 2. So these values are not for the group of 3, it's for the individual elements, and maybe you can see that better if I give the one in the middle, the white one, a stroke. Let me do that quickly. I'll put them back together, then I select it all. I resize it. And if I size it down again to 200 times 500, you can see this affects the individual elements, so not all 3 as a group. Once more, if you want to have a frame for the entire flag, I've already shown you that in the last video as well. Create a new rectangle on top, but you can left click here and we know that its width should be 200 and height 500. But width in this case should be 3 times 200, or we can just drag it here to have our flag filled, give it a none as a fill, and then maybe a black stroke of a size of 5 points. Hope this video was helpful, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.